Hey everyone, trust you guys are doing amazing. In this video, I'll be answering the question that has been asked many a times in the email, also in the comments, and also people who meet me, and they ask me that how do you know that what job is considered as skilled? Because if you want to apply for express entry, then it's very simple. Your work experience should be skilled. Now IRCC basically assesses your education. If you know, they assesses your education credentials also, because they want to see that what weightage they have in terms of the Canadian education system. So IRCC is of the view that if a job requires more education and then more work experience, then it rises up in the NOC category, because that means it requires a lot of conceptual, technical, and knowledge-wise skills, and it just cannot be earned like that, right? So let's take a look at the different NOC categories so that you understand what are the categories and where your job might fall into. So take a look. Okay, so for this, only NOC category O, A, and B can apply. O entitles management occupations, then A has professional occupations that require a university degree, like physicians, nurses, pharmacists, and B are technical occupations, which has like on-the-job training or occupation-specific training. These are basically post anything that you do post-secondary or post-high school. So that's all about three categories. For economic class immigration, IRCC basically checks that how a particular candidate who is applying for to be a PR, a permanent resident here in Canada, can support the labor market, and it can support the general employment thing here. So that means you are a foreigner when you're coming here, right? So foreign people or all those foreigners who are coming here, and they are obviously, they'll be doing job and they'll be working and they'll be filling up the different vacant spots in the Canadian work system. So they just want to make sure that all those people who are coming in, they are eventually adding value and will help in boosting the economy of Canada. And that's how they just relate that which category of people can help where and how this system exactly works. So it's very simple. They want all those people who can enhance the system, who can enhance the economy, and who will be productive in near future. It's not just that you're coming here and you're productive, but they see from the long-term perspective that people should be productive for Canada as a whole. So what they'll be doing is, when you apply, they're going to see, okay, these are your job duties and they match into this category, say NOC O, A, B, or wherever they match. So they're going to see that which category are you falling into and how helpful are your job duties or responsibilities as corresponding to the things that they have here and the classifications that they have. So it's very simple. That's how they match. And let's take a look again at different NOCs and what comprises or what what is included in these categories. Just a reminder for a better understanding. So take a look. Okay, so skill type 0 is management jobs such as restaurant managers, mine managers, and shore captains. Skill level A have professional jobs. B are technical jobs, like I said. Skill level C, intermediate jobs that usually they are for high school or job specific training. And skill level D, that are labor jobs that usually are given on the job trainings, like fruit pickers, cleaning staff, etc. And please be informed that though I have talked about different categories, but for express entry to fall into any of the three immigration programs, your job needs to fall under NOC O, A, or B. Yeah, so your job needs to fall under NOC O, A, or B. Okay, so continuing, say hello.
Hello. Mama battle.
Okay, let's go. So I'm going to pause it. I'm going to continue it a little later. Okay, so you need at least 1 year of skilled work experience with the past 10 years, and the experience you used to qualify for the program, your previous work ex has to match your primary occupation in the immigration application. You need to score at least 67 out of 100 in order to pass, and at least 15 of these points should come from the work ex you have. And you need to have a full-time job in a skilled occupation that can add up to 1560 hours. To get the full 15 points, you need at least 6 years of eligible work ex. Having only 1 year of work ex will get you 9 points. 2 to 3 years is enough for 11 points, and 4 to 5 will equate to 13 points. You can see as here. You can also get an additional 10 points for your adaptability of at least 1 year of full-time skilled work experience in Canada. So, work experience requirements for Canadian experience class. This is for people who have work experience in Canada. So, what is required in order to meet? You need to have worked full time for at least 1 year in Canada in a skilled occupation, and that may have been completed anytime within the 3 years before you apply. And self employed work and work that you did while studying in Canada does not count. Work experience for federal skilled trades program. To fulfill the work experience requirement, you need at least 2 years of full-time work experience. The equal amount of part-time work experience is also eligible as long as it is paid. You also need to meet the job requirements for the skilled trade as set out in the NOC, except for needing a certificate of qualification over here, and then you have the links to click for further information. NOC to become TEER next year. About every 10 years, Canadian Occupation Classification System gets an overhaul, and the next big change is expected to take effect in late 2022 when the NOC will be replaced by Training, Education, Experience, and Responsibilities tier categories. And this website will have a list with new codes and everything. So instead of skill levels 0 A B C D, it will be 0 1 2 3 4 5. And I'll keep you posted about whenever that change is coming up. What are the things that will, be included? What are the things that will not be included? How will it be different? We'll do an entire comparison once it's out. And I hope this video was helpful in understanding about whether your work experience or the job currently you are doing is eligible for the skilled worker program for immigration or not. Hope you like the video. Take care and have a great day.